Are you okay? It's a question that we should maybe be asking each other a bit more often. We're approaching the 5-year anniversary of the COVID-19 pandemic. And it's clear that the crisis has reshaped our lives. But while much has been said about the nation's economic recovery, we rarely reckon with the social and emotional consequences of the pandemic and how these factors influence our economy too. And social scientists are beginning to signal that maybe we should. They're finding that we're socializing less and spending more time online and at home. We're dating less and having fewer children. Our physical health has plummeted. And we're experiencing what the US Surgeon General has called an epidemic of loneliness and isolation. Even more, psychologists with the APA have deemed us a nation recovering from collective trauma. All in all, the data seems to suggest that our return to normal has been anything but. So we let everyday people tell us, are they really doing okay? How are you doing? Are you okay?
In general, okay. I think day to day, I look forward to getting up and doing whatever I have to do. I do feel like people are more coarse and mean in general.
Do I feel more disconnected? Not really, because I have my core set of friends, but definitely I'd say there is a feeling of being atomized in terms of society at large. I do think that there isn't much of a community feel.
I have to actively work to being okay. I'd say that a lot of people have pulled back from me post-pandemic, and I feel like I have to actively try to reach out to them.
I'm pretty fine. I'm doing okay. Life's good. I was in high school when COVID hit, and I seen a lot of my friends change how they act. Some of my friends, they would talk, they would be very energetic in public, but after they weren't open. They were very closed off. They were more in their phone. They would rather text and call than be outside.
I don't know if society is doing okay. When we came back out, it was like we were so conditioned to being inside. It's like, how do we even communicate with one another? We get together and no one's talking. No one's communicating. On the buses, it's quiet.
Do you feel like you're socializing less?
No, because when I go to church, I feel my spirit is up. It feels good. And I try to talk to people sometimes, but sometimes people don't want to talk. People ain't coming together and loving one another. That's what God wants us to do, love one another and help one another. But we don't do that.
Yeah, the pandemic was a really lonely time. I think we're coming out of it. I think that it's a matter of how to manage your loneliness, what fills your cup. But I do think that a lot of people are still finding their footing again, even now as it's almost 5 years later.
I try not to get too involved with politics, especially with friends and family. The state of our country as of now, we're very divided, and people are always arguing over one side or the other. And I definitely think that contributes to more stress and how that impacts people's, mental health.
We do need to pull ourselves out of a tailspin, because if we constantly do that and we attribute it only to politics or only to one thing, and we constantly attribute things to the pandemic, we're just going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy at that point.
There was never a normal. This is our normal. We will never get what we had before quarantine, before COVID hit. As long as everyone's safe, that's what matters.
I choose to be kind. I choose to be light. I choose to listen to my community while I'm walking. I choose to not take that fear factor that they're putting in us, to not want to speak to one another, to step in and listen and see that are you okay?